The encouragement which the healthcare providers received after enactment of the telemedicine guidelines and adoption of the same by the Medical Council of India in March and May 2020, respectively, has brought into play so many healthcare platforms and other online and e-based providers with a lot of devices and applications into play. And the purpose is to reach out to the patients, to reach out to the persons who are suffering from disease and are unable to physically approach or meet with the consultants, physicians, clinicians, healthcare providers due to several reasons, notwithstanding the conditions of the pandemic and the social distancing that is to be maintained and other norms to be followed, so that at least the primary disease of which the concern is not forgotten and a person is entrapped into something like testing positive by COVID-19 or otherwise. But friends, we have to strike a balance and equilibrium between the existing law regulating the patient care by uh, artificial intelligence means, various devices, and the e-healthcare, as we say, digital healthcare, as we say, and the actual reality on the ground. We cannot ignore or forget that today we are living in a patient centric, consumer centric era, and the rights and obligations of both the parties, the consumer, the patients, as well as the service providers, the hospitals, nursing homes, clinical establishments, diagnostic centers, pathological laboratories, and host of others who are day in and day out providing the best and quality care within their means and within the resources possible, even in the most difficult of our times. We salute our frontline warriors who are helping each and every person in the country to at least come out of the situation and also augment, supplement, complement, and support the existing public services who will always remain under pressure for several reasons, but who are also providing an excellent care to the citizens in the country. Friends, we quite often hear about the various provisions of Information Technology Act and the various guidelines for the intermediaries and for the data protection, changes in the Evidence Act, and the other procedures. And there is a lot of discussion and peer groups sharing information, knowledge information, legal debates, webinars, so many things are happening around. And at the same time, there is a speedy projection of coming into play and developing and magnifying, increasing every day, giving a new and better picture every few hours, so far as the technology in healthcare is concerned. I will not dilute the fact that is staring and glaring in our faces today that the speed of technology has certainly overtaken the strength and domains of law regulating the same. It could not have been an altogether out of the blue that we have been exposed to such a situation. Things were happening all the time, and by default, with the pandemic setting in and lockdown being enforced, we realized, both the patients as well as the service providers, that the medium of technology has to now not only stay but also to go a long way. Thankfully, the people in governance and the government at the union as well as the states were already promoting programs, plans, schemes for encouragement of e-governance in health sector. And so many things have already been sorted out. Now I will confine myself to the digital platforms and the mobile applications and the tools and devices, means and mediums sought to be used via telemedicine or otherwise for consulting purposes, or say, for example, for creating an interface for communication between the patient and the doctors. The patient, the doctors, the primary consultants, or those who are attending to the patient at bedside, or for the hypothetical situation, something like monitoring of the patient and in touch with the actual consultant, the primary consultant, whether the said physician, clinician, doctor, surgeon is physically available in the establishment at the relevant time or not. Now, the primary concern in such circumstances will always be, without exception, the patient, and with the patient, the consent of the patient. It may sound very convenient, reassuring, instilling a lot of confidence and inspiration that by using our mouse and using our devices, the touch screen, by clicking on I agree or going through the terms and conditions, and which is digitally recorded, and by way of an implication of law, the receipt of consent by default will govern that transaction. Let us say the electronic transaction. No doubt, to some extent, and so far as the substantive law is concerned and the procedural interpretation of the applied law is concerned, it may be correct. But at the same time, the legal provisions of other general laws cannot be ignored, put aside, minimized, mitigated, or countered. In 2019, Consumer Protection Act was enacted, and it has come to be operative with effect from, say, July 2020. And there are several landmark changes in the new law, in the definition clause itself. Now, for example, now the deficiency in service includes the word quote unquote negligence. The definition clause also includes not providing relevant information to the consumer, quote unquote. And there is another definition which talks about harm, injury, and so many other things are there. The mediation rules, which are passed under the Consumer Protection Act 2019 itself, raise an exception for statutory mediation, that is, permission to allow both the parties to settle the matter out of court by statutory mediation under the mediation rules in cases of medical negligence, where the patient has either died or has suffered grievous injury. Now, keeping this thing in mind, irrespective of the fact that the user agreement and the privacy policies of such services available on the internet via, through, in and around the digital healthcare platforms, the mobile applications, or otherwise web-based technology and so many other technologies, where the patient is approaching the doctors or vice versa, and his information, his records are also procured, preserved, and within the privacy law, within the secured environment of data protection shared amongst the healthcare providers. That element of consent by just click of a button or agreeing to the terms and conditions and privacy policy, binding himself to the consequences and also kind of indemnifying the service providers jointly or severally, needs to be revisited in the background of this simple fact that even if it is taken as deemed consent by inference of law, the same measure, yardstick, and strength of the law will also protect him in case there is an information gap. The information provided on the website, application, device, means, or tools is short of the facts that he ought to have known. In other words, the consent can be implied to things that are visible and available and readable, clickable, acceptable, buttonable, clickable, made liable, but not otherwise. So, irrespective of the fact whether there is a written contract or not, irrespective of the fact that we have very well drafted our privacy policies, our user agreements, and other things, and try to sharpen our glossary, legal juggleries, as well as protective mechanisms to come under the umbrella and safe and sound and secure protection of the Information Technology Act and other rules supporting the same for data protection and privacy protection and other e-contracts. But at the same time, the consent will operate certainly to only those things which are visible and which are forming part of all these e-contracts. So friends, we have to be very, very careful that by using this, the provisions of inference and default and clickable and buttonable acceptance of terms and conditions by the patients, where their entire healthcare prognosis or progress or day in and day out input and output charts, the bedhead record or the radiological summaries are translated, and a step by step management of the patient is secured under the clinical judgment and guidance of the primary consultant and his team, or the surgical consultant and their teams. At the same time, the information that is translated, shared, secured, stored, and provided or used is such information which is in sync with the primary and detailed, specific, categorical, unambiguous language in such agreements, user agreements, privacy policies, and terms and conditions which are mastering the basic product which the service provider is ensuing, marketing, networking, approaching the healthcare providers, whether individual doctors, clinicians, physicians, consultants, or establishments, network hospitals, corporate hospitals, or otherwise, specialists or super specialists. The concept and the fundamentals shall always remain the same. Thank you.